Hey guys, it's Kuya Paul, and you're listening to the Love and Other Metaphors podcast here on youtube.com/user/Valor07. Once again, I promise when I get more subscribers, I will change it to actually sound like something professional other than like my very old email. Um, Also, you can find me on facebook.com/um, Kuya Paul Poetry. You could also find me on instagram.com/Kuya Paul Poetry. I believe by now at this time, I will also have my forward and rear bumpers for this video. So you'll also be able to find me on Patreon. So patreon.com/Kuya Paul Poetry. At least that's going to be the current title, unless I change it. But yeah, I will have a Patreon at the time that you're hearing this recording. So you can find me and you can subscribe for as little as $1 a month. You'll get exclusive content on my Patreon as well too, such as blog writings, exclusive poetry that'll be going into my next publication, and other different tiers if you want to donate more per month. But that's basically it. How are you doing? This is my co-host for this evening.
Hi.
Surprise co-host again, making her return after the Disneyland's podcast.
Yes.
Which is funny because we're also streaming this on Instagram and no one's seen the first one yet.
Seriously?
Well, no, because okay, so
Did you even post it?
no, I haven't posted it yet because it's not part of the it's not part of the stream schedule yet. It'll be coming up in like maybe 2 episodes,
Oh, that's fine.
and then after that they'll.
I
see
mean,
the
you also
Disneyland.
you added the one with like the shooting and stuff like that.
Yeah, so like it's delayed even one more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did the shooting one. I don't like calling it the shooting one.
I know.
It's so yeah.
With the Florida incident.
Yes, let's call it that. The Florida incident. So I interrupted my regular broadcast to put that one up. And yes, so this one actually the one I did that's being posted at the time of this recording. I talked a little bit about my love for Hollywood musicals. So I
Right.
talked a little bit about La La Land in lieu of having watched The Greatest Showman. Have you watched it yet?
No, but I heard it was really, really
Oh,
good.
you're gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I think you'd really like it. As I told you before, like it's a return to form for Zac Efron. I didn't know how much I needed to see him dance. Like I was like, oh,
He's actually a good dancer, to be
he's a good
fair.
performer. But I do kind of I agree with the critique that maybe not the best singer. He's a decent singer,
No.
but he's a great performer.
No.
He's I mean he can hold the tone somewhat that can be edited for show.
With auto-tune. Heavy auto-tune.
But he's on there. He's a good performer, at least on screen.
Mm.
Oh, we'll stick with that. So, but wasn't this? No, whatever. I mean, you're my co-host. I know. I knew what I was getting into.
Yes.
Anyway, so yeah, we spend the first part of the podcast just kind of shooting the breeze, just figuring out what has been going on, what happened this weekend with you.
What happened this weekend? I went to a friend's gig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Stayed out pretty late. It was fun.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Ended up sleeping at my other friend's house.
Oh, that late. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I dropped them off at like 6 in the morning.
Dude, that's
It was
not
like-
late. That's
no.
early already.
We went to Denny's. That's why. That's what
Okay.
you do after gigs. You
go to
Denny's.
Denny's
or IHOP.
Yeah,
It's just
unless
the
you're
rule of
like in the
thumb.
Midwest, then you go to Waffle House. That's what I hear.
Really?
Have you been to Waffle House?
Do I live in the Midwest?
I don't know. I don't know your life. I don't know if you've been on tour or nothing. I don't know.
Me? Shoot, I wish.
I want to. I keep
That'd
hearing
be
from my
nice.
friends that Waffle House is like better than Denny's. And then there's also Cracker Barrel. I've been to Cracker Barrel once.
I have not been to Cracker Barrel.
It is an experience.
Hmm.
Like when I went to Cracker Barrel, I went in Arizona,
Mhm.
and I felt like I was walking into an amusement park where the rides are eating. Like, you know what I mean? Like you walk in and it's like if like Critter Country had a restaurant,
Oh
that's
my
what it would be. It would be Cracker Barrel.
That's fair. Okay.
But I mean, it's kind of true. And we got people coming on. Hey, it's Ray.
Izzy. Norms. Oh yeah, that's true.
Norms.
That's
Norms.
right.
Norms
Rule of
sucks.
Well, I mean, it's one of the places that you go to after a gig too. He's a hater.
No, I am a hater. I hate Norms. I think Norms is like it's like IHOP, but what's up, Patty? I think Norms is IHOP, not IHOP. I think Norms is Denny's, but overpriced. That's what I think.
Hmm.
That is my opinion of Norms. That's why I hate Norms. I somewhat despise Norms.
That
The
bad.
last time I was at Norms actually was yesterday. I went I went to do like about 2.5 hours of Lyft driving. Oh, and I talk about that in the podcast before this too, which you guys are gonna hear before this one.
Right.
But I talk about like doing the share share rides. All I know is that food is the topic. I shall listen. Yes, absolutely it is.
I
Oh
miss
no, we're
you.
gonna talk about that too.
I miss you, Ray.
Oh, what's up, Ray? But yeah, so like, freaking norms. I don't like. Oh, I don't like norms. The last time I was in norms, I had to go to the bathroom. That's it. Even the lady's just like,
Let's
hey,
leave it
like,
at
do you
that.
need a do
Let's
you need a
leave it
seat?
at
I was
that.
like, oh, I just need a bathroom. And then I went to the bathroom, and then the bathroom had that weird urinal where it's like the elementary high school urinals, or
Like
like
the
the urinal
small
goes
ones?
all the way to the bottom. Like, it's like you're just going in a drain. Basically, that's what you're doing. It's
Apparently,
just more
you're
fancy.
only 3 feet tall.
Yeah. No, but it's like, okay. So you're
Aw.
so
Hi,
you're.
Uriah.
My son says hi to you. Hey, what's up? Hoping he's not keeping you up, but whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so like I don't get those urinals. All there are is drains with a urinal around it. That's what it is. Yeah, I appreciate I appreciate like suspended urinals.
You
for
know what
some
I
reason.
want?
What?
I just want a place that has really, really good waffles.
Okay. But have
And
like
I'm still on a mission for finding the best pizza, like ever.
oh okay.
That one's gonna be hard.
What have you found so? Okay, so let's start with waffles.
Nothing. I don't go out.
Okay. Because there's always the definitive like well, there's Waffle House, but again, we're not in the Midwest. We should take a road trip.
We should.
I will say this: we should find the nearest
Or are
Waffle
we there
House.
already? We're passing
Which will-
the camping.
I
We're
mean,
gonna go to-
oh yeah. Freaking like, no, we're just doing road trip. Yeah, we're not in the camp. We're not. Well, I'm not in camping. I passed camping phase. I was too old.
I guess so.
That's a different subject. We'll get to that in a bit. But if we take a road trip, we should find the nearest Waffle House.
yes.
We should just go and we should do a food review, which is
Black Bear Diner.
Where's that? Black Bear Diner. That's an interesting. And then Shorty. Who's Shorty? Anyway, what's up, Shorty? Shorty. Oh no, I'm too old for that. Anyway, but yeah, we should do it. We should
should.
go to. I want to go to Waffle House. I want to go
Suggest
to.
a good waffle place.
Actually, that would be good for you
Please.
guys online. Should suggest good waffle places, or at least different places to eat.
And places
like-
with better urinals.
Oh, that's good. Hey, so I'm a Lyft driver sometimes, and
No.
I could use great places where like if you're out at like 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock at night, like I have a very fragile bladder, so I need to know places where like because every time I go out and I need to go to the restroom after a ride, I just look for a Denny's, and sometimes depending on where I'm driving, like in LA, you can't find one.
My dude.
There you go. What was it?
Not for
No.
waffles, but for steaks.
Okay. No. That's dope. I don't mind steakhouses.
Never.
I'm not baller enough to frequent steakhouses. I will say that. Like I have a couple friends. They're just like, yeah, I tried this steak. I tried that one. I tried like all these other places. There's Steakhouse
Hi,
55.
RV.
And oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's RV. Hey, what's up? See, they're all coming because you here. Like for reals. Like I'm getting traction just because you're here, and I don't mind that actually.
Mm.
But I think most definitely. What the freak?
Trade the urinal.
That's what it was. Though. Hey, but you know where you find troughs? Like trough funerals. Baseball stadiums. Baseball stadiums still have troughs. Like the last time, and I'm pretty sure it changed, but I think the last time I was at like Dodger Stadium. Dodger
The
Stadium
last time you
still
used it?
is the last time I think I remember having like a trough funeral. Trough funerals are interesting. Like imagine you going, and then like instead of like different stalls,
Okay.
it's just like one long like it's basically just one long like. I don't mean to paint the picture
with
for a
the-
woman, but
like okay, like if you know sometimes there's like sinks and they're all just like one huge sink.
yeah. And then
Okay.
imagine like the sinks, like for you guys, like the sinks just had like chairs, but it's still one big sink. But so like the whole time you're there, you're kind of looking at each other. I mean, you're not
That's cute.
supposed to, but you kind of can.
Rule of thumb: you don't look at each other in the
but
restroom.
that's trough urinals are like that. You're just like you're going, and you're just like, I'm gonna do my best to
Oh my
look
God.
forward,
Oh
but it's
God.
gonna be hard because like there's so much freaking there's like no wall in between you. It's so
Oh my
it's so
God.
hard. Costco steaks for the win.
Cook
They're
your
actually
own
really
food.
good. Costco.
That's right.
Costco. depending on the hours, great place to go to the bathroom. But you do need. It's so weird. Like to go to the bathroom, you need membership. But it's a great place because they clean it constantly. And then they have most Costco's will have the what's it called? What's that thing called? The Dyson blade. So where you put your hands like down. Like most of them will have that.
I heard those were actually like filled with germs.
But you're putting your hand in like a little thing, like, and then like if you.
But if they don't clean it enough, all the bacteria that gets in there from the water,
Oh, no,
creates.
I'm
mold.
agreeing with you.
Oh, okay.
This is what I'm saying though,
Okay.
because you're putting your hand in like a little blade, and like you're just drying and letting the blade dry. But
Right.
here's the thing, like Dyson assumes you're not gonna touch a single part of that blade, but that's not the case for
True.
anyone.
No.
And then like the game that I play every single time I go to like a Costco is, am I gonna touch the blade this time? Because when I touch the blade, I'm like, oh, I need to wash my hands again.
Yeah.
Because it's disgusting.
And then you have to do it all over again.
And then you
but
have to do it all over
super
again. You have to
careful.
play the game. You're like, it's like
It's
yeah,
like Snake.
yeah. It's like the crane games, but like in
Oh,
reverse.
gosh, yeah.
Instead of trying to get something, you're trying not to get
Not
something.
to-
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yes. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of disgusting. So bathrooms. You know what's really funny about this? This is just a tangent before we like continue. But I was talking to someone at the meeting I went to, the Film Creatives Talent Network. The guy had he has 120,000 subscribers. So he says that, like, I asked him, I was like, hey, how do you get a lot of people on YouTube to follow you? And he's like, well, there's two things you have to focus on. Either timely recordings or timeless recordings. So I say all this because it's like, I wonder, us talking about bathrooms, is that going to be timely or timeless? That's probably timeless.
I mean, I don't
So-
hear anyone else talking about bathrooms in
But
their podcast.
I wonder
I'm
if,
just saying.
I wonder the person like searching YouTube saying, you know what I feel like today? I feel like listening to a bathroom podcast. Because I thought we were going to talk about food. Now we're just talking about like what's a good bathroom to go into. And I'm totally fine with this.
Look what you started with your, what is it, norms?
Yes, norms. I freaking but I don't like. Okay, so I don't like the food at Norms, but the Norms is the 24-hour diner. That's actually like, I didn't think about that until like past it. I was like, this is a good place to go to the bathroom, because like sometimes Denny's is like not good enough
Denny's
for some
is
of the places.
gross, 'cause that's where all the ratchet people go.
Yeah,
Myself included.
I mean, you
No
know,
judgment.
like,
Myself included.
yeah, but but Denny's is convenient. I freaking like
Yeah.
convenient because it's like it's like a fancy McDonald's.
Yeah. The Denny's that I actually went to over the weekend served
Yes.
alcohol.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's in Artesia.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
so if you
I
guys
feel
are ever in
Denny's.
Artesia,
Okay.
I think it's close to the 91 freeway. I forgot what the exit was.
Artesia,
Yeah.
91.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm trying to think of like where that is.
I know.
A couple of my favorite hotspot Denny's to go to the bathroom in,
Mm.
especially because I do live in LA, so
Right.
I'll go to the Vermont one,
Okay.
the one off of Vermont
Yeah.
by was it American Career College,
Is it?
or the or the police station. You know the police, like it's right off of the 101, Vermont.
Okay.
We used to go there a good amount. Do you remember when we had like
I
Bible
always drove
studies?
at night though, so
Yeah,
I
but
never really paid attention.
Remember when we had Bible studies in LA? Sometimes we'd go around. Denny's was one of the places we try to go to because it was still open, like
Yeah.
late at night.
That's true.
And then we were like in downtown LA, and there's nothing else that's like safe for kids to go to other than Denny's by a police
know.
station. But that's one that I
That's
like
fair
going to.
though. I mean, if you have kids with you.
And then I go to the other Denny's, the one over there by Union Station.
Mhm.
That one, okay. So with that too, every time I pass into 101, I always smell something good coming from that Denny's. Like it always smells like some.
Have you
like
ever gotten
muffins.
that something that's muffins?
I never got what was actually in there because like usually when I'm around there, OMG, that one is so dirty. Which one? Oh, the Vermont one. It's probably the Vermont one.
Yeah, maybe. I
But
wouldn't
that
be
one's
surprised.
like I figured that's so
Yeah.
popular because it's
Vermont
so.
and the 101. Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean, you know, it's just it is what it is. Jason Jr. Jones. Hey, what's up, Jason? But yeah, like it's just I don't know. I just go. I just go where I go to the. Oh, you know where else I like to go? I don't like to go there, but it's convenient because it's open really late. It's actually the dirtiest one.
Oh.
But
See, it's easier for a guy to go into a dirty restroom.
yes,
whereas a
it is.
girl,
It honestly is.
Like, obviously, we're already forced to squat.
I know. I feel bad, but not
Yeah.
really because like you know, like
Uh-huh.
I don't need to touch anything other than like washing my hands. And even washing my hands sometimes I feel dirty.
Like
but
it doesn't do enough.
yeah, it doesn't do enough. I was like, I need freaking sanitizer in my car now.
I know.
But the one I go to is One Cock, in Chinatown. WONKOK. It's really known for their very cheap but really good dumplings. You gotta go. WONKOK. I could do a whole freaking podcast on like me growing up at freaking like near One Cock and just getting their dumplings all the time. They have like shomai, shopai. They have shomai for like 75 cents for one piece of shomai. It's pretty good.
For
You
one
can get
piece?
a good amount of shomai, like for
That's
less than
expensive.
75 cents.
For like one piece?
For like a freaking huge, like you're thinking a little tiny small one, right? No, I'm
but,
thinking like
shomai
freaking.
should not be.
It's freaking
75
like
cents
it's
for
like
one.
it's like freaking 2 nuggets. It's like freaking good though. So you can get like a good amount of shomai, and then like they also have like beef and chicken shopao
Okay.
for around the same price. I think it's a little cheaper. And then they also have it both baked and then they have it steamed. So I have like a shopao. So I have like a shopao, but it's in the bun of what's it? Not gonna lie. Can't go wrong with McDonald's
Yes,
bathrooms.
you can. The one
You
in
can
Glendale
totally
sucks.
go wrong. I hate McDonald's bathrooms.
The one in Glendale is awful.
I hate McDonald's. Oh, I've been to that one.
Ugh.
I don't like it.
Ugh.
I was there recently.
Not
I
all
didn't-
of Glendale is clean, guys.
No, dude, it's not even. Are you talking? Okay, so the McDonald's. Are you talking about the one that's attached to the office building?
No. The one. No, that one's beautiful.
That one. I mean, to call a McDonald's bathroom beautiful, like
That says a lot.
it says a lot.
But then again, because it's next to the buildings, they have certain regulations for
they have
health code.
they just they have certain expectations.
Right. But no, I'm talking about the one along Colorado Boulevard. That one is disgusting.
Oh, that one by what you call it? I know which one you're talking about. There's like a
It's
Burger
close to
King and then there's
Verdugo. Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
that
one.
That one.
That one's gross.
I'd never been to that one. I was kind of blessed because the only times I needed to be there, my sisters were living around. Oh, they were living like right down the street.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I never needed to
I
go to that
remember
one.
that.
I always just went to my sister's bathroom. I was like, can I just use your bathroom? I don't want to use the McDonald's one. Man, bathrooms. So yeah, I go to One Cock. That one's disgusting. Oh, you know where I love going? In terms of really nice bathrooms. Sometimes I go there just for the bathroom.
Okay.
Americana.
Fair.
So-
in the lobby. In the lobby.
The lobby bathrooms at the Americana are an experience because you feel like whenever you go there, you feel like it's your house
Right.
and you have a butler
Right.
because there's that attendant that always gives you like
I know.
it gives
They
you
hand you like a
Yeah.
little towel or something.
yeah.
Life hack: if you need to go to the restroom but you don't want to wait in line at the Americana, take the family restroom.
Yes. The family restroom is super fancy. Plus,
That-
like if even if you are waiting, you have a couch to wait on.
Right.
Yeah, like it's like really nice
Yep.
and just like there's some places like in very fancy like malls and other places where you actually can get like a bottle of water while waiting for the bathroom. Like I think places like in Venice, I think one
In Venice, isn't it?
like or
30
Third
there?
Street or something, or like in Santa Monica. There's some really nice places where it's like you walk in and there's just like bottled water being served, like in freaking like, and then you just walk into the family restroom, you can drink some water, blah blah blah, and you go.
I
It's
know
super
how I feel
fancy.
about getting water from a bathroom. Though.
Well, it's to be fair, it's in the family area before the bathroom. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's not the actual bathroom. Yeah, but going back to Americana, the Grove, those places I definitely love. What the
Bye,
heck?
Ray. Good night.
Oh, it's bedtime. Oh yeah, hey, go to sleep, man. Bet money he's gonna wake up. And I was like, oh, I'm back, guys.
Dad
We can just-
life. And then he's gonna go to Norm's and use the bathroom.
I know, rigging his dad life. He's just gonna be like, yeah. It's like I don't want to wake my kid up, so I went to Norm's to go to the bathroom.
By myself.
Right? Oh man, but yeah, like Americana is a good. That's a really good kind of like if you want to treat. It's so weird. I'll actually go to the bathroom because I want to treat myself. Like I was just like, I just want to go. I just want to like, you know,
Oh my
we can just want to go, and I just want to like have fun at the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
Plus, you get the stalls where like, oh, another thing too. Since we're talking about bathrooms, sometimes when I'm at the resort because I work at Disney, sometimes I don't go into the employee one. Sometimes I'll go into like some of the guest lobby bathrooms at the hotel.
Okay.
Because there's one stall at the bathroom at the Grand Californian where like it's the handicap stall. When you go in, like you're in a room.
Okay.
Like the door closes, you have like actual walls.
You have your own
around.
sink?
You have everything but the sink.
I like the ones
But
with
you
their
have
own
like
sink.
when you get your own thing, that's kind of cool. But I'll go to that one just because like everything's closed up. You're in your own little room.
Right.
There's also another one like life hack when you're in Disneyland, like don't go to, like if you can go into the hotels and go to the bathroom because they're just a lot nicer.
Yeah.
If you go into the business center of the Grand Californian, go past the business center into the conference areas, because at least like maybe 75% of the time when it's non-peak, there are no conferences.
Nice.
So you go to a restroom that like for the most part like maybe like 2 people use a day. So you go in and then all those stalls are just like super pristine, and they actually have they don't have like paper towels. They also have like the washable towels, like but really nice ones. So sometimes when I really want to treat myself from having a bad day, I'll go all over there. Plus no one goes in. There's like 2 or 3 people that go in at like during that day when there's no conferences, because like it's all the way in the back. So like I'll just go over there, I'll go to the restroom, I'll take my time. I'm like, no one's in. You can make noise. Then you go out and then you use a real towel on your hands. You feel so treated. And then you're walking out this big lobby hotel. You feel like you're like living in a mansion and you just had to go to the nice bathroom.
I cannot with you.
I'm just saying, like sometimes nice bathrooms.
No, nice bathrooms change a lot.
Nice bathrooms outside of your house, because like even in your house, no matter more or less the state of your bathroom, you'll always feel the most comfortable there.
Right.
Because it's your junk.
Right.
Like that's why you feel comfortable.
Right.
So if you can feel comfortable outside of your house, go for it when it comes to bathrooms.
Some people aren't shy.
Some people aren't. Some people are undeniably not shy. And yeah, we're approaching the 30-minute mark. Anything else you want to say about bathrooms? Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay, so I am down though, like going back into our original topic, I am down to do a road trip of just doing, so we were talking actually right before the podcast. We're just like, we should do a food, like a food vlog. But the thing is, all my friends are doing food vlogs. Like shout outs to actually 2 of my friends are actually doing it. It's Angela Eats LA.
Okay.
I know that's a double entendre, right? Tell me that's a double entendre, because I feel like it's a double entendre. Angela Eats LA. Like in her opening graphic, there's an actual bite of like the city of LA.
Oh really?
But I feel like it's a double entendre. But it's okay. She has a really good food blog.
What?
And then there's my friends Andre or Dre Magics. So he does one
Dre.
called Dre. Dre is freaking like.
He has a food blog?
Yeah, it's called That's a Wrap. I told you about that one, right? That's a Wrap. But the thing is, it's spelled.
Oh no, you did.
Yeah, it's spelled like the word sarap in Tagalog. So that's sarap, or that THAT sarap. Well, sarap means like it tastes good.
Yes.
So that's sarap. So that's a wrap, and I love it because it's like that one's a really cool one too. You know what he had as a guest on his latest food blog? Rex Navarrete.
Shut up.
Yes, he did. I was like, what the heck? How'd you get Rex? How'd you get Kuya Rex, dude? What the fuck? And he was in the podcast. I was like, how do you do that? He knows people, man. But definitely shout outs to them. So we were thinking, it's like if we did a food blog, I don't want to do a regular food blog.
No.
Like I want to do an anti-food, like anti-food, or like a anti-meta food blog.
Like where we eat the worst food possible.
So you don't have to.
So you don't have to.
Exactly.
So we can warn you
right?
ahead of time.
Like we'll go to the places where just like they've had the worst reviews, the worst service, and we'll go, and we'll literally kind of more or less show you they're not that good.
Yo.
Or
your car is sparking.
What the heck? What happened?
No, he just went through the dip.
Oh, he
really
just went through the dip?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I love about the podcast. Like anything could happen.
I know.
Like sirens and trains and stuff like that.
No, that's just my neighborhood.
Yeah, right? I love it. I freaking love it. Montebello, man. So if we did a podcast like that, or if we did a food blog, I'd want to do the anti one. Or like kind of like displace the myth. Like maybe people are just like, this is a really bad place, and we'll go and we're just like, what the freak they talking about? Like this is good food.
You're just a snob.
I know, they're just a snob, right? Like we just want to go and just like, these guys are just snobs. They're getting 1-star ratings because because the food is just like a certain way or something. It's like
we are
this
the
is
anti-Yelp.
This is not how you make traditional Thai cuisine. I was like, dude, but the food's good. Like, I'd like to do that. I'd like to like dispel myths or really just say, dude, this food sucks. Like she had a really good, and don't steal our idea. Hey, what's this? Oh, you can start it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I could no. I can think it's like we can have.
What's the worst thing you can actually have at Denny's?
Oh, dude, that's a good one. Like, what's the worst thing you could have? And then we can like scour the menu and just like let's.
Because I know like IHOP has like liver, but me, I like liver. So
I would like to do that. Like, we go to a Denny's
get
just to
something
find
that
the
we
worst thing
hate.
to eat,
Yeah.
and then
or
try
something that we
it.
just wouldn't. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe not the worst thing to eat, but something that you
It's just like-
usually wouldn't go out of our
Or
way to
like
order.
we feel like most people wouldn't probably order, and then
Mhm.
we'll eat it, and then we'll just like, well, was it bad? Was it good? Was it whatever's?
Right.
That might be interesting.
That
I'd
would.
do that. I'd totally do that.
That would.
Well, I was even thinking like let's get like a cruddy restaurant to find. No, because you had a good idea with King Taco.
Oh yeah. Don't go to the King Taco in Glendale.
Yeah.
My reason for that is because if you're gonna get King Taco
If you're gonna get Mexican food,
or Mexican food in general, you gotta go all the way to East LA.
yeah, go to East LA to get it. And I agree because I've been to both the King Taco in Glendale and I've been to the East LA King Taco,
Right.
and I like the King. Even just the, like, first of all, the ambiance, like you feel like, man, this is a King Taco.
Yeah.
Like this is why you go out. Like it's
Yeah.
all freaking outdoor seating.
No, seriously.
Yeah, it's just like you get the vibe that you're in East LA. This is the way you freaking have to eat tacos.
Right.
And then you go to the other one in Glendale, and it's like, I get it, but it's too sterile.
Yeah.
Like it
It's
feels
not the
like,
same.
yeah, it's not the same. It doesn't have the same feel, and the food is definitely not made and prepared the same.
No. it's not.
Even though it's the same menu, you freaking order the same things, but when you eat it, it's just not. It's too. I feel like it's too sterile. But then going to the King Taco, we should have like a comparison. We should get like the same plate, and then we'll take a picture of both, and we're just like, hey, look, like this is the one King Taco from East LA, and then this is the other one. Come visit me. The roaches come with the order.
Roaches come with the order. It's
Hey,
great.
but that's what makes it taste good.
That's
man.
true.
You guys are you're just so picky. Not
B for bomb.
B for bomb.
B grade for bomb.
D for delicious.
D for
D for delicious. Yes. But freaking.
Come visit you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, but I like the idea. We're gonna we should do it.
Mm.
I'm totally down.
If we're in East LA, we'll probably call you Izzy.
Hey, yeah. I don't mind more people just coming in and just like, hey,
Yeah.
let's just freaking try something.
Yeah.
And then I'll freaking record it, and then I'll just give the footage to Sammy, and it's like, here, Sammy, can you edit
Make
this?
a vlog.
Yeah, make a freaking vlog out of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
here, this is what we tried to do.
Mhm.
This is how it came out. And like,
It was awful.
it was awful, or it was awesome. And you guys, like, you freaking snobs, you freaking like Yelp snobs are just
I know.
picky. This is not traditional Chinese food. They're forgetting this. No, dude, it's
I
freaking
mean,
good
okay,
though.
Not
Who
gonna lie.
cares?
To be fair, I am kind of a food snob, but that's because like I've been eating like with Asian food or Mexican food, it has to be authentic for me. But I have a strong enough stomach where I can actually
But
go
the authentic.
to horrible places.
The authenticity comes with, I think authenticity comes with like kind of the love for the dish, and then your own kind of thing too as well too. Like when you're making it from a menu that someone gave you, and then you're just making it like King Taco.
Right.
Like they're not really making Mexican food. They're making what the owner said these are the ingredients you put in. So they're not really putting their love into it. So when you go to King Taco here in East LA, it's like, oh, we've been making this for years. We know how to make it. We know it tastes
now
good.
we know how to do it.
We know how to do it right because we've been eating this food. Like, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like there's a difference. So yeah, I really agree. Like honestly, there were times like Yoshinoya. There's some Yoshinoyas I don't like going.
Last
because,
week we were actually
yeah.
talking about how Yoshinoya
Oh, it's so stupid.
basically scams you now.
Mhm.
If you actually order the large
They got too corporate.
and you put it inside the regular size bowl, it's about the same.
It's about the same,
So you're paying more for the same
right?
amount.
They freaking scam you,
Yeah.
which sucks because it's like when we were growing up with Yoshinoya, that
I
was not the
love
case.
Yoshinoya. And now you always gotta ask. You always gotta
That's
ask
okay.
for
No,
extra
yeah,
beef.
you gotta ask for it.
Gotta ask for it.
You gotta ask for that stuff. Ask for that. No, but like I remember like the wide bowl,
Mm.
the former large was freaking good.
Yeah.
Or it's just it's a wide freaking bowl,
Mhm.
like it's deep. It's like why, dude?
That actually might be my neighbor.
Oh, maybe. Freak.
That's the funny part.
It's a freaking like what was that too? Was it Camaro?
Yeah.
Oh,
He drives a really dark Camaro that's,
That's
like
cool.
really, really, really
that's
tinted.
all right. All right. All right. All right. I get you. Just blow out that engine early. All right. Anyway, but yeah, like we should do it. Let's do a food blog.
Yes.
Anti-food blog. Anti-food blog. We're not against food. We're just against like crummy people
Oh.
cooking it.
Does it look like I'm against food?
No, I ain't against food. I ain't
Right.
against food. I mean, I may be losing weight, but I'm losing it slow. It's a struggle.
That's fine.
It's a struggle. Like
I
some
lost
good
weight and
food-
then I found it again.
Yeah. I'm hoping someone doesn't find my weight again.
Mm.
And it's like, hey, I found your weight. I'm like, no, I don't want it back.
No,
No, leave it
you
there.
can has it.
Okay, I think we hit the 30 mark, which is great. Another podcast of just like random stuffs, mostly bathrooms. and probably starting another blog. I like how this podcast is like half of it is about the cleanliness of bathrooms and
Anti-food blogs.
and starting another podcast. Like it's like this podcast is so boring. We want to start another one in the middle of it. That's better. But anyway, but that is it. To my co-hosts, I know what you're gonna say, but I'm gonna open it up anyway. You want to plug anything? Where can they find you? Or can they find you?
I mean, if you do find me, I guess
It'll be on what?
you can add me at Glenda Faye, GlendaFaye.
Yeah. So if you do find her on Insta or Face or just Insta,
I mean, if you want to add me on Facebook too, that's cool.
that's cool. Okay, and you can also find me, of course, Facebook.com or Instagram.com/Kuya Paul Poetry. You can also find this podcasts on YouTube.com/user/Valor07, the Love and Other Metaphors podcasts. You can also find the links also on my Facebook and also my Instagram as well too. Also, if you are a Patreon user, you can subscribe to my channel for just $1 a month. Of course, there are other tiers that have some other awards. One of the reward tiers is actually getting my book for $25 a month. You can do it just
Nice.
1 month, and you can get a book signed by me, my the Love Manifesto book,
Yes.
poetry and blogs. Yeah, and then you can get that as well as other like reward tiers. Actually, that reward tier, and I think another one, they actually, if you do it a month, they can tell us what to talk about on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, that's one reward tier, is they can actually say, hey, here's a suggestion. This is what you should talk about the next podcast, which is
Okay.
really great. If you're gonna give me $25, I'll talk about whatever you want. But I may only talk about it for like 30 seconds to get to another thing.
I know.
Just to talk about
25
bathrooms.
bucks. 25 bucks is probably like 5 minutes.
It's like talk about Trump. It's like, yeah, I'll talk
Nah.
about for like 5 seconds, and then we'll end up talking about like some, I don't know. It's like, how much is it to build a wall? Do you know anyone? It's like, I know a couple of guys. Yeah, I've tried to build a wall once. Anyway,
Oh
whatever.
my god.
Anyway, this is not a political podcast, I swear.
No, it's not.
Okay, but
Even though Izzy and I are on the same side.
I'm indie. I'm an independent.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, I'm into it because like, yeah. I don't want to get next podcast. We can get into it. But anyway, once again, this is the Love and Other Metaphors podcasts. My name is Kuya Paul. This is Glenda.
Hello.
And this is our metaphor. You guys take care. God bless. We'll see you later.